Hello, my loves. Welcome back to the Positive Vibes Only show, designed to make you happier and stronger every day. So, in today's podcast, we're gonna have a special guest. She is called Marta MOK, and she is the self-confidence coach. So, during this podcast, you will learn how to make your life easier and happier with new methods. So, in today's episode, we'll talk only about how you can be more confident in your life, how you can be more happy, and which type of methods you can use in order to achieve this thing. So, Marta believes that no woman should suffer in silence, and this is why you should really listen to this, my loves. It's going to give you so many insights into changing your life. So listen with me and let's do it. So welcome with me, guys, Marta MOK. Hello, Marta. Welcome to the Positive Vibes show. Thank you so much for joining us. Can you tell us a little bit about you?
Of course. Hi, everyone. My name is Marta MOK. I'm known as the Super Confident Coach. I've been into a very colorful past with a 19 years abusive marriage, been bullied at school since the age of 6, and also was sexually molested by someone that I trust. But despite all of that, I have won a very successful career in the makeup world, where I was awarded as a multi-award-winning international makeup artist. And I also won multiple businesses to ensure that I can enjoy a good lifestyle without worry. So I have become not just a confident coach, but mainly to help other people to set up their business as well, so they can also live a freedom and abundance life.
Mm-hmm. Wow, this is an amazing way to introduce yourself, and I think you endured a lot, and wow, you're so inspiring. And can you tell us more about when did you decide to start your journey with self-development and personal growth?
Certainly. Within my 19 years abusive marriage, even I was very successful in my work. I was always on stage, I'm confident outside, I have a great smile on my face. But what I was lacking was that fulfillment inside of me. I was empty, I was lonely, and I was sad. So on my 40th birthday, I finally took the plunge and make a decision to say, you know what? I only want to live up to 60 years old because I was that sad in my life that I can't take anymore. So what am I going to do with the last 20 years of my life? What do I want? What is that thing that truly mattered to me? I decided I want to have a happy partner with me, and I wanted to have joy and happiness. So I took the plunge, took the courage to leave my ex-husband. And that decision was made on my 40th birthday. So that was a big one.
Oh my God.
And then after I moved out, I went through trauma therapy as well, and depression, going through depression at the same time. My trauma therapist encourage me and say, you know what, you got so much in you that you can share and help others in the world. And I'm like, really? Can I really do that? Yes, I've been a trainer for over 10 years, but more in the makeup world, giving confidence to women to feel better about themselves. But I didn't know I can turn it into a self-development coaching business. And I'm like, okay, let me consider and see how it goes. Then I was very lucky to meet my current partner. He's absolutely amazing. And he's also a coach himself. So he encouraged me during the time of COVID. You say, you know what, maybe you should have a look at this. Looking at the way you speak and how you think, you're very inspirational. And you should go out and let other people to know about your story. The truth is, I was someone in silence for over 30 years. No one knows about my background a year ago. No one knows about the trauma that I experienced because I was the greatest pretender. I pretended on the outside that I was successful, I was happy, I was joyful. But beside having some money in the bank, that was the only thing I heard. Money does not buy you happiness. And that is someone who experienced it, and I really wanted to share with that. Yes, money can buy you a lot of things, because I remember during the time that I was going for my role of recovery, someone always tells you when you're going into the self-development space, you got to have more self-love. I actually say F off. The truth is, I believe that I was living the best way of my life. I eat well, I dress well, I live in a good space. Why am I not loving myself? I didn't know the true meaning of self-love, of putting my happiness first, not other people's happiness first. I was the greatest people pleaser, to try to please everyone around me, making sure that I was accepted, validated, and wanted. Not until I realized that I must first want to be me.
Yes.
I must first accept who I am as a person. So that journey is how I started into coaching and coaching other women to come out of their shell, to learn about authenticity and to become the person they truly deserve to be.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, this is so amazing. And I think that you really lived so many experiences. So can you tell us more about what did you do exactly to overcome that trauma that you went through, and the depression also that you have experienced? Like, what were the main things that you practiced, maybe daily, maybe weekly, or even monthly, that made you the better version of?
I was very grateful to my trauma therapist. She is also a life coach and a hypnotherapist. Hypnotherapy is not something how people think that it's like, oh yeah, she's going to turn me into a chicken and I will start barking like a dog. Nothing like that, okay? It's about tapping into your unconscious mind and allowing you to use all that energy, all that things that you have to overcome your fear. One of the things that she taught me to do is called enchanting. It's about saying all the things that we are allowed to have, we want to have, and that we have. And by enchanting is a very interesting process. So all you have to do is go into your phone and look for the voice recorder. And record your voice as you say, I'm Martha MOK, your name, and then I am such and such, I'm such and such. It's not I will, it's I have. So don't say it in the present sense, say it in the current sense. And then you will notice that you need to drag that on for about 2 to 3 minutes. And the funny thing is, every single time I would listen back to that recording, you will notice your voice change. You will notice your vibration change. It's like, no matter how hard I try to pretend to be excited and happy when I first started that recording, you can hear the differences when you can hear in your own voice that transformation that you deserve to have. So that really helped me to get out of some of the things that I've been telling myself that I don't deserve to have, such as having a loving partner that I'm having right now is something that I would never dare to dream of in my life. And look at me and him, even that he's a Navy. So he's actually at sea at the moment. But the love and the care and the sense of safety, security, that sense of belonging doesn't change because of our distances. And I realized that a lot of us experience insecurity because of our past experience in life. But we must first realize that security is what I need to give it to myself first. No matter what other people will give you, if you don't recognize it, you will not be able to get it.
Of course, yeah, you're right. And can you tell us more about how you did to build a stronger relationship with your partner right now? Like, as you said, you had a relationship before and you left your ex-husband. And then, when you're trying to rebuild something from scratch, it just feels heavy, it just feels hard. So, what were the things that you did which helped you a lot, like in overcoming those, negative emotions and negative thoughts, and just gave you the chance to move forward and have a beautiful life with a new partner?
I feel like the biggest things that it alerted me was I find someone that you can talk to, that you can trust, like a coach, like a therapist, like someone who doesn't give you judgment, who only listens and give you good advice. That will be what I would highly recommend. I was grateful to my trauma therapist because I talked to her about all those guys that I was trying to find in the year and a half of dating scene when I was out of my marriage. And then when I met my current partner, Malcolm, I actually was telling my trauma therapist and say, hey, this is how he is and things like that. And then she said one sentence and say, wow, he sounds like the ideal partner you've been looking for. And I'm like, huh? Really? He was? Oh, I didn't see that because my eyes were so blinded with all the things that it was happening. And I created this image of him, of pushing him away because of fear. Every single little thing he would do, I will try to push him away and say, hey, you know what? If we're not working out, it's okay. I can go and keep searching. Instead of realizing that was my own insecurity. And I'm grateful to him that he's happy to stay around and stick around with me. So see, a good guys will actually stay no matter what you do to him, not too badly. But it is so true that you need to understand the value in it. So go back to your checklist of what you're looking for in love. What sort of quality are you looking for? What sort of things that is a definite no-no? Do not settle for less. It's true that sometimes we do need to show our partner the boundary and the standards of what we have. Not expectation. Very, very different. Expectation is a demand. Boundaries and I wouldn't call it rule, but boundaries and standard are something that is you build up to protect yourself and let other people know how to respect you. So that's a very different compared to expectation. So when you set down your not expectation, but boundaries, let them know and they can decide if they can accept that as well. Because guess what? They will also have their standards and boundary that they also like to be respected. There was one thing that I learned in my NLP of learning, which is neuro-linguistic programming. It's about how to transform your brain and thinking and belief. So one sentence that stick with me a lot was that we must first learn to respect the other people model of the world.
Yeah.
That really changed my life because it helped me to reduce my blood pressure level. I won't get angry as easily. Because you're starting to respect and understand that their belief is their belief. It has nothing to do with us. Mm-hmm. So whatever that person believes in is only real to that person. Even if me and you both like ice cream, we like ice cream for different reasons. So based on that, our belief on ice cream is actually different, even we both like the same thing. So by respecting it of their own belief and their model of the world, it gets us out of a lot of confusion of thinking, hey, he hasn't called me for 3 days, that's no disrespect to me and things like that. Instead of, hey, he's busy at the moment. Give him some space, give him some time. Why don't I give him some support instead? Saying that, hey, baby, I believe you, I respect you, I trust you. I know you will find me when you have time. And I'll be here to support you when you need me. And that is a much better way of supporting your partner, letting them know you care, and allowing them to come back to you. Never chase someone.
Yeah, whenever
When
you
you change
change
someone,
someone,
they will go away.
absolutely, yeah. This is something I've been applying in my life as well. Like I never, push people to their limits until they go away from me. I just leave them at ease and make them feel comfortable. Like whenever they come to me, I'm here. Whenever they don't, it's okay. Like I understand everyone has a life, and yeah. But one more question about, you said that everyone has to set standards and like so that other people can respect you and can treat you the way you want. So how did you practice doing this? How did you set standards or like discover, let's say, your meta programs, since you are talking about neurolinguistics? So for the ones who doesn't know like what meta programs are, they are your intrinsic values or simply your behaviors. So can you tell us how did you do to build this?
Is about understanding what truly matter. There's so many distractions outside in the world. And when we're trying to set our standards, the universe will test us. So it's about believing and remembering why do you set that standards. For example, you want a partner that is responsible, that will not be late for about a valid reason. And if you're meeting someone that was really nice to you, being very sweet talk when they see you and everything, but it doesn't matter if they are always constantly late for your appointments or your date, because they're not respecting your time. Respect is a very valuable thing. Without respect, both of you can't develop a trust. And when a trust is gone, there's no point of wanting a relationship. Because without trust, a lot of insecurity, a lot of trouble will begin to follow. So that's how I began to set up my standards and knowing why did I set that in the first place and constantly reminding myself, what do I need to do? I'm really bad. So I remember at a recent conversation I have with my partner, I was still able to actually say, hey, you know what, baby? I want you, but I don't need you. I choose to be with you.
Wow. Yeah, like you're showing him that you are independent in a way, but you love him. Like you want him to...
Exactly. I love him dearly, but it doesn't mean I need him as air or as bubble that I need to breathe. We are all allowed to be this independent, confident person that we are. Confidence is something you can build, but it's always something already inside. It's only when we choose to see it and choose to build it up, that's when things starting to change.
Yeah, wow. This is so insightful. So talking about confidence, so your specialty is more about empowering women to become more confident. So can you give some pieces of advice to the women out there? And because mostly my community is, for women. So can you give them some tips, some pieces of advice so that they can build their self-confidence and love themselves more than they do?
I would love to share one of the shower ritual that I developed and I wanted to share with everyone here. Because as a woman, as a mom, as a wife, as a daughter, it's very hard to find some me time. But as long as that we have some times that we can go into a shower and cleanse ourselves, let's try these shower techniques that I have developed. So what you do is when you go into the shower, allow the water to run from your forehead, from the tip of your head to your forehead, and noticeably to go down all the way to the back. Get it out from the tips of your toes. Water is a very beautiful cleansing agent. It helps to cleanse all your charcoal area and let it flow into you. And after you consciously feeling that water running through your body, cleansing all your stress away, then you started to say all the things that bad that happened on the day. Not yesterday, not the year ago, not 3 years ago, but what happened to you that day you were uncomfortable with. I dropped my coffee, I stepped on my cat, I lost $2, I dropped my pen, whatever you wanted to say. But I don't want you to say it just in your head. I want you to say it out loud so you can actually hear it yourself. It is like a meditation for yourself as well. So when you release of all the negative energy that you have in that day, you will feel a lot more released. A lot of people, especially with women, we feel like we're not heard. So what is the better way of us speaking and re-hearing it ourselves? So when we feel like that we have been heard, we've been validated, we feel that importance, great. Finish your shower, come out into the shower area. Don't wipe yourself down yet. I don't mind is it dripping water as long as you got a towel on the floor. Don't sleep. The main thing is let the water cleanse you and keep that vibration, keep that feeling of cleanse and clarity. Then go to the mirror and do this motion of swiping. It's like you're swiping the dust and the fog on the glass. So this emotion, we call it anchoring. So it's like an anchor for you to say, hey, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this transformation. And say to yourself 5 sentences. First sentence is, I'm beautiful. I'm important. I matter. I am worthy. And I deserve it. So 5 sentences to say it out loud to yourself before you go and dress up, get yourself ready. Every time when you're going into a little bit of an emotional state, starting to feel a little bit anxious, unsure, insecurity, do this shower motion, that hand gesture, that you're anchoring to remind yourself, I'm beautiful, I'm important, I matter, I'm worthy, and I deserve this. And that was starting to change your thinking about how you're thinking yourself. Do that for 5 days straight. You were starting to notice that your eyes starting to develop a filter. So instead of going to the mirror and telling yourself, oh, I'm having a wrinkle, this is a pimple, I got an open pores and my tummy is coming out, you're starting to become more forgiving to yourself and starting to enjoy and love the way that you are.
I think
this is a very powerful message.
Beauty and you have very light skin and very light, face. Oh my God, like when I talk to you, I just feel this energy coming out of you. And I think this is the secret. Oh yeah, you got it, guys. So just, practice it.
It really helped because as a woman ourselves, as soon as we go to the mirror, just like any of the makeup clients that's sitting in my chair, I have small eyes. My face is too big. My skin is not good. That's the first thing they would say to me instead of, oh, I feel really good about myself, so do whatever you want to do. Mm-hmm. Hardly anyone would say that to me. Instead, they pick the bad thing that they think that they're not good enough in. Yeah. So instead of doing that, we constantly look for validation outside. It's like social media. Why do we so care about people's like and comment? It's because of that validation. When people like us, we feel validated. Then why do we need to seek it outside when the first person we should give is ourselves? Yeah. Shouldn't we be kinder to ourselves?
We should.
Exactly. And it's not hard to do. All you have to do is just go to the mirror. And the truth is, I had a lady that was 50-something years old. And she said to me, Martha, when I practice your shower ritual, not until the 4th day that I was able to look at the mirror myself because I was so disgusted with my own body. Oh. And I'm like, great, you finally knowing to learn to love yourself just the way you are.
Oh my God.
And it's so true for all of us. How many times do we want to see ourselves naked in front of a mirror?
Oh,
not much.
I do that. I watch myself.
There you go. Great. But in a good way though. Not trying to peak, or did I actually have a fat wall coming out? Did I have a wrinkle on my legs? Is the cilia coming out on the side? No, nothing like that.
Don't do it. Like, I look at the mirror, I look at my body, even if these days, because I'm working from home, and like I have a little belly coming, like popping up. So I don't blame myself whenever someone tells me, I tell him it's just a period and it's going to like go away one day. I'm going to practice to do some sports. I'm going to, like try to keep myself on the good track of things, but not blame myself or hate myself because I'm having a belly like coming out of my body.
It's still part of your body. It doesn't matter if it's a belly or not. Like at the end of the day, what does it matter if I have a body or not? It's still me. Doesn't change the way that I treat people. Doesn't change the way how much money I earn. So why does that matter?
Exactly.
It's still my body. Learn to love your body no matter it is. That's the big thing, because I'm someone who's a size 16 girl, so I'm not small. And I have girls that are sitting in front of me who are like a stick thin, and they like someone like you as well, perfectly body portion and absolutely gorgeous. And they will tell me about the bad thing that they don't like about themselves. And then I'm like, that's okay. It's called the skinny girl syndromes. It's okay. We see it all the time.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately. The thing is, maybe they need to embrace their imperfections. So everyone has imperfections. No one is perfect in this life. So we just need to accept ourselves, to love ourselves, to hug ourselves for what we are and who we are. And I liked something you talked about, which was anchoring. So you said like doing the thing on the mirror like during 5 days is going to anchor a thought. And maybe also I think that they can use the same method as like say those 5 sentences, and like they can touch just a part of their body if like they don't feel really comfortable starting with a mirror, and just anchor those thoughts, and every time they want to go back to them they reactivate it. It's really something. Wow, I've learned something new. I'm going to try this like with the mirror method. I love it.
Yeah, they call it is like a mirror transformation, because a mirror actually go into another part of you, so it allows you to have that really good reflection on yourself. And having an anchoring, the good thing is like you're not doing this, you're not doing this, so you just like something a very small circle. So when you're outside that you need to do something, it's just a very small hand gesture. You can do just a little loop, but that will remind you of how that feeling of feeling being empowered. When we feel small, when we feel like that the world is judging us, we're starting to lose that power. And without knowing that we are the person who's in control. So when we can do a little anchor on ourselves, it could be touching your hand. Tony Robbins does it a lot. When he's on stage, he always do that when he claps. And that is his anchoring point. So knowing what anchoring is, it really helps you.
Absolutely, yeah. I've noticed that like on your Facebook profile, you have participated, I think, in one of Tony Robbins' trainings, right?
Yes, I have.
Like, okay, so can you tell us about this experience? I know that, oh my God.
It was long.
Oh.
It was very long.
Okay.
It was tiring, but it was good. It was good. I loved the board breaking part. That was really, really powerful. I absolutely enjoyed it. There's so many learnings outside there as well. Tony Robbins, of course, is the pioneer of our coaching industry, but there's a lot more that we can learn from anyone outside in this world. But the main thing is I wanted your audience to realize something. Learning is a path.
Yeah.
It's not a destination. Not until you decided to transform, all those learning will not mean a thing. So listen to this again. Not until you decide to transform, all those learning does not mean a thing. You can listen to Tony Robbins or anyone in the world about an inspirational message. But if you are the person who decide not to make a change, nothing will happen.
Absolutely.
So be ready to transform, not just learn.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And you're saying like wise words. Thank you so much for this. You're right. Yeah, like learning without implementing that learning or even deciding to change is nothing. So you're absolutely right. So I'm about to ask you another question, and this isn't my question. So I said this is a question which comes from one of my clients, and she asked me, like she said that she keeps complaining about everything and anything, even the good things in her life. She keeps complaining about them. And she said while doing this, she feels that her confidence is going so down. And so this made her less self-confident, like she doesn't love herself enough, and she doesn't even get to accept herself. And the other problem is that she always goes out there and she seeks validation from other people. So what advice can you give to this person?
We'll first explain there's 3 stages of a mind state. Mind state is the emotional trap that we put ourselves in. So the first thing she need to realize is what mind state is she actually at. The first mind state is, from what I can hear, is a victim mode, which is someone who's thinking that themselves as a victim. They try their best to please everyone outside and not trying to be taking control of their life. The second stage is the aggressor. They blame people for absolutely everything. Even that there was a fault on themselves, they still blame other people. Being a victim and an aggressor is actually a vicious cycle. It is also a comfort zone for that person because that is all they know. It's like what we said, you don't know what you don't know. Yeah. So by explaining to her what state she's in, then you can give her an option. The option is to become a creator. A creator is someone who is in control of her action, of what she needs to do, and what choices does she have. Only when we are in a mental state thinking that we do not have options, that's when everything goes downhill. We don't feel confident. We feel like that we are trapped. We're not happy. Only when we choose to see there's always an option, it makes people feel like that there's a lot more chances to come. So I would firstly suggest to explain to her what is the 3 different mental state in. Let her choose. Give her the options to choose, because you cannot choose for her. Everyone would prefer to make the decision for themselves. If they don't make the decision for themselves, that's completely up to them. But it sounds like that she has what I call awareness of what she needs. She knows that she needs a behavior change for it to become confidence. That's what I call the 3 step of mind trap. So she is at the first stage of it and stepping into the second stage. We cannot change someone's belief, but we can improve someone's experience, though, so they can starting to realize that, hey, I can start to change.
Yeah.
So, but it's like by adding flavors into her life, showing her more possibility, more option, so she can make up the decision of where she needs to go. Always remember to respect the other people model of the world. Until they decided to change their model of the world, nothing will change.
Absolutely, yeah, you're absolutely right. Thank you so much. So Marta, can you tell us about the programs that you have so for coaching? So do you have any programs? Do you do one-on-one coaching? Do you, like, this is just for like the audience who are listening to us so that they can reach you out, or if ever they want like to, to have you as their coach, so they can have where they can reach you out?
Of course, I have a confident building coach for women who feels like that they're not good enough, who feels like that they're lost, They don't know their identity. They feel like that they're as small as a dust in this world, while they are an amazing partner, amazing wife, amazing mothers, but they refuse themselves to see that they are that person. So I have a confident building program to help them using a 6-step formula from the inside to the outside to become confident because they are allowed to be. So that's my confident building program. I also have another program to help people who wants to help other people, who wants to become a coach themselves and who wants to build a successful coaching business. Who would know when we become a coach that we don't just need coaching techniques? There's a lot more involved in running an actual business. Being a multiple business owner myself for over 16 years, I know all the nitty-gritty stuff for you to run a successful business. So that's another program that I help people on. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give you my link tree with all my contact details in it. And I also want to give a gift to your audience. I have written 5 books in my career in the last year. I'm wanting to give you 2 of my books. One of the books is called Thrive, Don't Survive, Even When Times Are Tough. That book was inspired during COVID. I feel people are in the lockdown, they feel sad, they feel they're trapped. So I written like a 2-minute guide's small story to help to pick people up. So that's my first book. I'm going to give it to you. The second book is called Action is Proof. It was inspired by my cat who died earlier this year. When I went back into depression for 3 months, feeling like that I was functioning every single day like a zombie. But I realized at that moment I need to move. I need to do small stuff. I need to, even as simple as waking up, taking a shower, or going to make myself a breakfast to eat. I need to put some action in place so it proved to myself and to the universe that I deserve the love that I'm getting. So the second book is called Action is Proof. So I'm going to give that to all your audience who are listening. And if anyone feel like a little bit of support, if anyone who wants someone to listen to them, I'm happy to open my arms and get this connection together. I'm going to offer everyone an empowerment session that is valued at $300. It's free. I'm going to offer to all of you who wants that help, because you all deserve to be supported. No one should suffer in silence. And that's my logo. No woman should suffer in silence. And I'm ready to help you to be heard, to reclaim your voice, and to reclaim you as you deserve to be.
So much, Marta. This is so kind of you. I'm sure that they are going to enjoy all of the gifts. So what we're gonna do is you just send me a link that I'm going to put in the description of this episode. And everyone who wants to download it, they just have to go in there and have it for themselves. And can you give us your website, please, so that they can reach you out there?
Of course, it's superconfidentcoaching.com.
Yeah, so it's super confident.
Confidence coaching. If you search for super confident coach, I'm the first one coming up in Google.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sure. You have been ranked, I think, was it you who have been ranked at Yahoo among one person?
I was very grateful recently that Yahoo Finance rated me the top 1% of confident business coach in Australia.
Oh my God, this is amazing. Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
It's such a big win, right?
It is. I was getting emotional about it for 3 days, honestly.
I saw that.
I'm just very grateful.
Yeah. So I'm happy for that. So Marta, is there anything you want to add, you want to say, just coming out of your heart to all the women out there who are suffering in silence?
You don't need to be perfect to be confident. All you need to do is to start taking action and to learn to be heard. And I'm very happy to support you.
Oh my God, yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, these are very touchy words. Like if I was the one listening and heard them, I would say, oh my God, she's so kind and she's so supportive. Thank you so much again. So I'm going to ask you two questions. So what are like the things that you love the most about life? One thing, for example, and what is the thing that inspires you the most to keep going in your journey of success?
One thing that I want the most in life is joy and happiness. I have been through too much in my life that all I wanted now is to be able to smile from the heart and to enjoy the day as it comes. It will be good, it will be bad, but it doesn't matter because I have that joy and happiness in my heart to make everything a good one. What inspires me probably is my partner. He's the most supporting person that I ever met. And it's because of him that I'm starting to see there's a future in me. Something that I never dared to dream about when I was in depression or in my abusive marriage. All I wanted to do was for this to finish and to be the end and I start another life. Who knows that because of that bravery of me coming out, it wasn't even confident. It was just a little bunny step of bravery to step out from a place that it didn't deserve me. I come out of it and find him after a year and a half. Didn't happen right away. And we were able to develop a beautiful home together, a beautiful union together. So for those of you ladies listening out there, I was 40 years old. I was overweight. I wasn't the prettiest girl in the world. Guess what? I still find a very handsome, gorgeous, wonderful, amazing man. So there is hope for all of us as long as we're willing not to give up. It's all about, what you want. It's just about what you're trying to attract. Yeah, so what I would say for every woman over there is that you can achieve the things you want to achieve in life. The only thing you have to do is to trust yourself, as Marta said. You don't have to be pretty, you don't have to be perfect, but embrace your imperfections. And perfectionism can come, but it's not a certainty. Yeah. I think so, because try to be the imperfect, perfect you. That's what I always say, because that's when you can accept yourself a bit more and allow yourself to have a bit of a leniency. If you want to go and have that chocolate, go and have it, okay? Just run another 2 miles tomorrow. Give yourself that little bit of break and allow yourself to be happy, because nothing matters if you're not happy. If something makes you happy, then do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. I think they are going to learn a lot from everything we have just discussed, and I am thankful again, for you accepting to be among us, among the Positive Vibes community. And I'm sure that maybe your speech is going to influence a lot of women over there, and they are going to change how they feel about themselves, which is completely great. So if ever you want to work with Marta or you want to know more about her, you just have to visit her website or book a free 45 minutes call, which is worth $300 for free, just because you are among the Positive Vibes community. And she is offering you 2 books that are going to help you a lot in overcoming your emotions and feeling more fulfilled in life. And you're gonna find the links just in the description of this episode if you want to know more. I'm going to attach also her website, the one you can visit whenever you want. So thank you so much again, Marta, for this amazing time we have spent together. And is there anything you want to add before, a last word you want to say before we finish the discussion? Like I said, you don't need to be perfect to be confident. We're all allowed to have happiness. As long as you're willing to chase it, it will come to you. Don't give up easy because you're allowed to be hurt. Don't suffer in silence.
Oh my God. Yeah, thank you again. These are really touchy words. Take them into consideration, my loves. We really trust you. We are here thanks to you and because of you. So we hope these words are going to change something in your life. So thank you again, Marta, for being with us today. I think you just woke up and you woke up with some positive vibes this morning, which is amazing. And we hope that we're gonna see you again.
Definitely.
Thank you so much. So
Thank you.
I think this is it for today's episode. Thank you guys for listening. And don't hesitate to follow Marta on Instagram as well. So her Instagram is Marta MOK, right?
Super confident coach.
Yeah, super confidence coach. So you can check it out. You can follow her on her daily life and learn more about her. So this is it. Thank you so much for listening again. Don't hesitate to leave a comment or share what you think about what we have just talked about today.